All right, we're good to go, Chad.
All right, guys. So good morning, red carpet. I say it every week, and I mean every second of it. It is always a good morning when it is a red carpet morning. Today we are going to learn about Gwen, the lovely Gwen. But first, I'm going to do a brief little intro for her, and then we will kind of dive right in. So Gwen grew up in Laramie, Wyoming. She grew up on a Morgan horse ranch and then transferred to the University of Wyoming. And then from there, she went to St. Mary's in Minnesota. So she kind of bounced around education a little bit. That actually ended up bringing her to the Midwest, where she lived for 24 years. While she was in Wyoming, however, though, she was the Wyoming woman on college radio on a show called Awesome 80s. So not to age her a little bit, but she grew up in my favorite genre of music. So I'm happy about that. And then she worked in television at Fox News Channel and then for NBC as a morning show anchor. So I'm hanging out with a celebrity over here, guys. So she wanted a more recession-proof business, so she found her way into the insurance business. So got out of TV, went into insurance for stability, ease of life, quality of life, family stuff. She started with no book of business, which is really, really rare if you're familiar with the insurance industry. But she worked her butt off. She worked her way and was recognized for placing in the top 50 for sales and service. So pretty big deal. So you're in good hands with Gwen. She had an agency for nearly 12 years before she was actually recruited to do the hiring and the training of other State Farm agents. She started missing her home here in the Wild Wild West, as she puts it, and working with clients directly. So rather than doing the training, she wanted to get back into the client facing and working with individuals. So when Gwen found out about Dave Losser, State Farm agency opening here in Fort Collins, a long-term State Farm agency that's been here for a while, she interviewed and was selected for the opportunity to take that over. Gwen has a 14-year-old daughter named Sabrina. She attends TEC as a 9th grader. She has a husband named Dean, who is also a State Farm agent operating his Wisconsin-based agency remotely. And he does travel back there about once a month or so to, keep an eye on things. Her sister was born here in Fort Collins, and her brother and her were born in Wyoming. Her brother lives nearby in Wyoming, but the rest of her family is in Washington State and Arizona. So kind of scattered across her beautiful country. I asked Gwen how she got kind of involved and engaged with insurance. And her answer was perfect. She said, I wanted to do something where I felt I was doing something with purpose and service, and was attracted also to kind of the win-win with the pipeline income concept that comes with insurance. I had owned a number of rental properties, and I chose State Farm as a company to cover those rental properties because they were the only one that provided loss of rents coverage to provide us rental income replacement in the event of a loss. State Farm agents also had over an 88% success rate compared to the industry average of 13 to 16%. So State Farm was kind of a no-brainer to protect her and then also kind of provide her a chance to increase her livelihood. I asked Gwen what some of her favorite hobbies are. She did say she's from Wyoming, so you guessed it, she's a horse girl. She loves riding horses with her daughter. She has fainting goats. You can apparently pet and play with them, but not too hard or they faint. And she loves hanging out with friends and family. I asked Gwen, what is something not a lot of people know about her, but should? And she said, I'm an open book. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, and I appreciate authenticity. So she's a straight shooter, gang. So make sure you're authentic. So I think if you get to know Gwen, you're absolutely gonna adore her. I asked Gwen what food item best describes her personality, and Gwen said, well, I went ahead and I took a quiz on the internet, and it said I'm ice cream. And we came to the conclusion it's probably because you're like ice cream and anyone who meets you loves you.
I didn't say that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to butter her up for better insurance rates. So we'll see. All right, everybody, give me a warm welcome to Gwen.
Aw, thanks.
All right, so we're gonna do a tour,
Yes,
correct? Okay,
yes,
we're gonna
okay.
start with a tour. So hang on, gang. We are gonna take this outside so you can see the building,
Yes, I'm gonna
And-
take off my mask.
and then Gwen will kind of be our tour guide.
Okay, so try not to, like, if the screen is a little tipsy-turvy, you could get a little motion sickness, but
Yeah, we'll try not
just
to.
close your eyes if that happens.
Yeah, we'll try not to make you guys dizzy.
Okay, we're gonna go outside first. Okay. Outdoor. You've got it on selfie mode, right, Chad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
got it?
we can flip this so you
Yeah,
can see.
so we had to show you guys this gorgeous building that I was able to take over from Dave Losser because it's such a historic property here in Fort Collins. It was built in 1877. Benjamin and Hesse Preston had the home back then, and then they turned it into an agricultural icon, and they had sheep feeding. They also had sugar beet development as well as alfalfa. They did this between 1893 and 1940. So it's pretty cool because we got historic status for this building, and there's so many cool buildings around here that are still standing because of that, and a gorgeous parking lot, by the way, which we hope to host a future after hours event at some point. But we have a farmhouse, a grain elevator. I have a pump house, a hog house, a smoke house, a chicken coop, a coal house, an ice house, a machine shop, and a gorgeous gazebo. So, you know, you never know when you're going to need all those things for insurance claims or, you know, places for people to stay, something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But it is kind of cool that we have all this. So we really wanted to show you. I don't know if we can like zoom
I don't know,
out
can
a
you
little
guys, can you
bit.
guys
I've got a lot
see?
of American flags too. So yeah, there's the building. I don't know if you could see that. There's a red farmhouse. I'm trying to put away.
Okay, we can see it.
Acres of land behind my building. What we thought is if you guys, it's 4605 Ziegler Road. It's on the corner of Ziegler and Harmony Roads. So really a great location. It's one of the last standing farmhouses in the municipality, like the city limits of Fort Collins is what they told us. So we thought that was pretty cool. And we a tour in person. That's one of the things I wanted to invite all of you guys. Please come in, just drop me a line through LinkedIn, email, Facebook, whatever is easiest for you. And we would love to give you a full tour and come out and just see this and get to know you and get some swag, which I'll show you once we get inside. So what we thought now is maybe we'll go inside. You got a little preview out here. We'll go inside, meet my awesome team, and I'll tell you a little bit about my agency. Oh yeah, there was a chiropractor in this building at one point too, Lisa. Yeah, that's great. So, okay, we'll go on in and I'll show you a little bit inside. So, all right, we've got the steps, got a little nice bench sitting outside. We're gonna open the door for Chad. Okay, don't trip, Chad, careful. I don't think we have disability insurance on you
Yeah.
yet, so.
Yeah,
I do have good insurance though. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce you to my awesome team first. So first we have, wait, can we see Madison? So I'm gonna have you say who you are. You can actually take off your mask for a minute. I know you got the plexiglass behind. Say who you are and where you're from. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Madison Marcus. I've been in insurance for years. Absolutely love the humanitarian aspect of it. I'm really excited to be a part of this team. I'm a CSU graduate student, so I'm
Woohoo, go Rams!
CSU being in Fort Collins and helping out the community where I, grew to love.
Yes, she's an awesome addition to the team. So we're very excited to have her. She brings a wealth of knowledge of the industry and just a really, really good person. And wait, I don't know if you can zoom down to her little name tag, but there's a reason we have a motorcycle with a person hanging for their dear life off the back of it. Madison, tell us why.
I've grown up racing motocross and dirt bikes my whole life. I'm strong in the community. I still ride motocross. I don't race anymore, but I'm huge in the motorcycle and motocross community. I live to help those people who ride and keep them safe and protected for when things don't necessarily go great.
Yes, and we're going to have her properly, very, very thoroughly protected for, an extreme sport like that too, because you're pretty precious to us. So, yes, so it's awesome. So come meet Madison. We'd love you to come meet her, get to know her, and she'll look forward to helping you out and people you care about as well, all the things you care about. So, and now, yes, thanks, Madison. And now I'm going to introduce you to Yesenia. Yesenia Sanchez. I stole from,
Hello.
from Illinois. You could tell us about you.
Yes, so yes, my name is Yesenia Sanchez. I lived in Illinois for my whole life. I've been with State Farm for about 8 years and actually started with Gwen, which was awesome. And when she was taken away from me, it was sad, but when she said she was coming back, I was really excited. And I basically uprooted my whole family to come out here 2 months ago and work for her. I love being able to serve our community, especially the community that we now live in, including Wyoming, of course. And so, you know, we speak Spanish, hablamos español. So if anybody needs any help, we're here to help.
Absolutely. And wait, we got to show the nerd alert stuff in the back. Can you
Oh,
see
yeah.
the nerd alert? Sorry. So she has all this stuff. What is all this stuff that behind you? Can you show?
Yes.
You got to zoom in. Yeah.
So yes, this is my Star Wars mini collection here. I'm a little obsessed.
A lot. She's a lot. Nate, I know you are too. I have a feeling.
So yes. Oops, sorry.
That's it. So I had to show. So she loves Star Wars. She's out of this world.
Yes.
I don't know that that's the thing, but you know. So hold on. I'm going to give this back a little bit to Chad because he's the cameraman
I'm
today.
camera
Did
guy.
you know that? Yes, right? We're both. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go into my office. This is the grand room, I guess. With beautiful rugs from, they're very old. I don't know how old. Dave said they're just really old, so we need to be careful with them. I don't know that they're original, but they are from back then. All of this stuff has been restored, which is really cool. About 5 to 10 years ago, they did a whole restoration on this building, which was really neat. So we're really excited to get to be a part of it. So I'll take you into my office. We actually have 8 office spaces here. So I have a lot of room to grow. So if you know people looking for an opportunity, keep this in mind. And I guess, should we just sit here?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just going to sit here. Okay. So we're going to sit down. Yes. Tell you a little bit about us. And some Q&A after. So you kind of heard from Chad that I started 14 years ago in the industry, fell in love with it, fell in love with serving people with State Farm. If I'm going to represent a company, I really wanted to represent one that really aligned with my values and be able to help people holistically. So what that means is anything that you can imagine that would come along in life that would hurt you financially, we're going to help you formulate a plan for that. So many people think of State Farm as just an auto insurance company, but I always say, you know, I'm so grateful for my clients that choose to get auto insurance with me. But if you got sick or injured and you couldn't work, how could you pay for that auto insurance? Or how could you, pay the mortgage or anything like that? So it's important for you to make sure that you have at least something in place, whether that be a combo of things from another company, through your company. We kind of do a full diagnostic prescriptive process approach here. And we do it within your budget. I'm just saying, do you offer nonprofits? We do. We do all kinds of nonprofit. We do small business. We're the biggest motorcycle insurer. We're the biggest antique classic insurer if you have antique classics. We do workers' comp. We do disability insurance. We do, everything you can think of, RVs, ATVs. We do second homes. A lot of companies don't do that. Manufactured homes, all those kinds of things. I've been doing this a long time and have seen a lot of things. Between television and this, believe it or not, you get almost a little jaded, like where you see all the stuff that you think is never going to happen to people happen to them all the time. Especially when I was a reporter anchor in Rochester, Minnesota, I actually did reporting for the Mayo Clinic. So I saw the crazy diseases people think is ever going to happen to them all the time. So as a result, I've really researched, what's out there and helped ensure that people have that plan to really protect them. So I'm really a risk advisor, and we also ensure that it's going to fit within your budget, basically. We also we're open on Saturdays. So Monday through Saturday, we're open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. However, we do after hours by appointment. And then Saturdays, I'm open 9 to noon. But we have 24-hour licensed agent service, as well as we are constantly checking our messages, including texting. We do texting at this office. So our regular 970-226-1306 number is actually a texting number. I am really passionate about being very engaged and involved in the local community and small business owners and professionals like you especially chamber members. I know this is an investment. It was an investment for me when I only got to take over less than half of this book of business. So we're still really in a building phase. And I want to spend my time and money on the things that are going to give us the best return. And I want to do the same as you. I think Nate said it eloquently before, you know, if you give enough people what they need and want, you will also get what you want. I totally believe in that win-win philosophy. So anything I can do to support you guys, I want to be able to do. I really believe in cross promotion on Facebook and LinkedIn, websites, that kind of thing. So anything we can do with that to help you guys, we would love to be able to do, serve you and your family. That would be awesome. Yes. So here's the thing with switching State Farm agents. So I would love to be able to serve everybody. We have a do not solicit agreement that I am not supposed to encourage anyone at all to switch agents. If it's something you choose in your own prerogative to want to do, absolutely, you can contact your agent now and try to see if you want to switch for sure, or if you want to stay with them. So I know that sounds odd, but it's because of the do not solicit agreement. So, but regardless, you know, you have the best products and services out there, and we can help you, give you some advice if you have State Farm or really any other company. I just want to make sure that everybody's protected for anything that could come along in life and hurt you. So any questions or anything that you guys have in your mind that we could open it up to?
And guys, you can use the chat, or if you just want to unmute yourself and talk, you can definitely do that as well.
Yes. Okay. So I'll give you my phone number is 970-226-1306. And then my website is www.gwenbrooksinsurance.com. And I see a couple things. Do we do small business groups? We do. We definitely work with small business groups in terms of insuring them. We do boards of directors, all those kinds of things. Those are really important. That if you guys are on any boards, it is important to have coverage to protect you, because you can be brought into lawsuits. I've seen many over the years. So that is definitely a conversation we'd want to have, and we can talk with you about that. Dave Losser is who I took over the business for, and he is a dear friend. He and Patty are out in Maine right now at a house they have there. He's not part of the agency right now, although I consider a consultant and a friend. He is my landlord as well. So he still owns the building. And I just lost the chat, because I think there was another chat, but I don't know how to get back to that, Chad.
Kim, do you have the chat?
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Yep.
Do I offer umbrella? Yes, we have commercial umbrella policies, and we have personal liability umbrella policies. And yes, please send me LinkedIn and Facebook messages so we can all link up and help each other. Actually, funny little known fact, we've insured a lot of celebrities over the year, including Bill Clinton. During the Monica Lewinsky scandal, believe it or not, we actually paid out a lot of money on that. Since then, we have kind of changed some of our rules with some really high profile folks. If you're a president of the United States, we may not want to insure you, because that's a pretty big risk. I think we had a $15 million umbrella policy on him, and we actually did end up paying out. So what people don't realize is the litigation that's out there right now. We're seeing it all over, not just you know, when you injure someone in an accident, but personal injury, which can include, you know, things like hazing. I had a high school football kid who was accused of hazing another high school football kid, and so they sued the family. And you really absolutely should have personal injury as part of your personal liability coverage. So I insure everyone has that. Anybody who comes to me new, we're writing that on the policy. Or we're getting a personal liability umbrella policy that you mentioned that does automatically include that. And commercial liability umbrella policies, they'll cover you obviously for anything related to your business. But we ensure that we, again, prescribe that to what your need is, because you don't want to have too much of something and not enough of something else. If your assets are properly protected otherwise, you may not need as big of an umbrella policy. But we talk to you about that and kind of fine tune that. I'm just seeing if there's any more chats, because this little thing here. It is the #1 insurance company. And you do want to call us. We are an agent, not an 800 number. So we will be your concierge. We will be there. We walk the walk of really being there for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's if you see our cheesy commercials and the agent like appears, it's actually a metaphor because we are one of the only companies that can actually write a check on behalf of the company. So for example, I have responded to house fires. I've responded to tornadoes and been able to get the family a place to stay, food, clothing, everything immediately. Which is incredible. One of the reasons I'm so passionate, I've drank the company Kool-Aid for State Farm because I love getting to guide people and be there for them at, you know, some of the most important pivotal times in their life. So we're really passionate about doing that. We are the largest auto insurer, largest home insurer, all of those things. And the relevance to that is, you know, originally insurance was just a group of people pooled their money together so that in case there was a loss, money could be paid out to pay for these, you know, these losses, claims. So the concept is the bigger the group of people contributing to that pot of money, the more money that can be paid out. Well, there's no bigger pot of money, so to speak, than State Farm. And we actually reinvest that money in a separate set of funds to help offset all of that money that's in there to help ensure there's enough in there. Oh yeah, you're supposed to wear khakis. We do, and yes, you can call us at 3 in the morning. I may not specifically answer unless it's, you know, a house fire or something like that. But yeah, I would say, so a little funny thing about Jake, because you guys bring up Jake. So Jake was a college student in Illinois, in Bloomington, Illinois, and they had a company-wide contest where they said whoever could write the most clever commercial can be in it. So Jake, part-time bartender, part-time call center, part-time college student, won, and he got to be in the commercials. And we actually have t-shirts and everything. So now they've just revamped because Jake went to work for Hollywood after that. He left State Farm for a while. I think he's actually back, but we had already chosen a new Jake by that time, if you've seen, you know, the new and the old Jake, so it's fun. One cool thing, we also use real agents in all of our commercials. I was blessed enough to be selected for 2 national commercials. And State Farm typically chooses me if like the news media is doing anything locally because of my background. I mean, I was 7.5 years in television news. They usually choose me to talk on behalf of State Farm locally, but they also, had to go to like several casting calls, and apparently I had a face for radio because I was chosen for 2 radio commercials. It's fine. It was great. I had to join. As soon as I walked into the studio, they signed me this SAG contract. So I had to join the Screen Actors Guild in order to be in these commercials. But it was really fun. It was really cool about renters insurance. And I think it's really a tribute to the company too. Like, they're such a big company, but they don't seem like it. Like they do so many things like that. And if you talk to a lot of agents and employees, I mean, we're the biggest insurance company out there, and they're really fiercely loyal because of the things that they do for, you know, their employees, their agents, and the customers. So I believe we do it better than anybody else. Anytime there's human beings involved, there's room for error, but by and large, again, we just do it better than anything else. And the fact that I can get involved like I do in my exceptional team, I hire the best talent, very, very strict about processes and quality control. And thoroughness, and so we can ensure that you guys are going to be taken care of, and anybody that you send to us. I would love to invite you guys all to the building to see the entire building, all 8 offices, and see the gazebo and all of that. So drop me a line. I was going to show you some of my swag because it's kind of fun. So, because I'm one of the few women, there's not as many women in this industry. It's kind of interesting. We're less than like 30%, I want to say. So anyway, I'm also a big advocate of, you know, trying to support good causes. Breast cancer awareness is one of those. So I got some hot pink pens that are really cool. I got, you know, and then I have, I mean, this is the stuff right now. Apparently this is hand sanitizer, in case you didn't know. So I think that, I don't know if anybody will be hoarding hand sanitizer, but I'm going to send Chad home with some before he leaves today. So any other questions that you guys have about us or anything we can do to help you?
And guys, feel free to unmute yourself and just shout it out if you want, if you have a question.
I do got to show you. Okay, so just because, you know, I'm keeping going. I don't know if you can see. You might have seen that in the background of my picture. So it's kind of funny. I had that. It's a red barn sign with my name on it because my last building that I still own in Illinois, where my agency was a barn, or was it like a farm. So it's the same thing. So I keep ending up in farms. So yeah. How would I set myself up against other state farm agents? So we were blessed to win. You mentioned we were number 32 in the company out of 19,500 agents. And I really believe it's because of that purpose-driven, service-oriented approach that we have, that we truly walk the walk. So let me explain being there for people. So let me explain a big, huge difference, okay? And I saw this when I was, you know, an executive with State Farm trying to teach agents to do this, and many were adverse to this. So you file a claim, right? We're supposed to let our claims adjusters just do their job and not micromanage them. That's not good enough for me because you have trusted me, right? You chose me as your agent. So I have processes that as soon as a claim is filed, we have follow-up. We're following up the claims adjuster, we're following up with you, we're ensuring that you have all the tools you need, you're getting all the answers you need, and checking in with you so you don't have to wait to hear from us or have to call us to complain. Like, why did this happen? You make a change in your auto policy. Right now there's big delays with COVID because a lot of our employees are all working from home. And you can imagine, you guys are all probably experiencing this, trying to train new people virtually is a whole different challenge, right? They're doing a great job, but there's still some challenges with delays. Well, imagine that affects your bill, and it probably would if you're adding a youthful driver, or you know you're making a change, a whole new car, and maybe 2 months go down the road before the billing catches up, right? And so then you have this billing lag, and then all of a sudden you could be hit with a big bill. Well, we help ensure that that kind of thing doesn't happen, or that you don't have surprises. So again, that's another big thing different in that I have those processes and systems to follow up on that. I don't just wait till the customer gets this crazy bill. We're going to stay on top of that and kind of work when I say concierge. Oh yeah. You have an adjuster who cares. Oh yeah, with your hands up. Oh, I thought you were referring to the hands. I kind of have a bad thing. When I was in television news, they actually wanted to tie my hands down underneath the desk because I use them too much. So that was kind of an issue. But literally and figuratively, yes, we are very, very hands-on. If you're not happy, I'm not happy. And again, here's the definition of an agent. They work on behalf of someone else. We are an agent. We are not an 800 number. And I found that that is a more rare than you would ever think philosophy, and how we execute on that. So that is definitely our promise to you, that's a big thing. I'm also going to ensure I ask the questions. You know, we look at it like we're doctors of your financial health. And imagine if you go to your regular doctor and you go in there for the sniffles, right? And your doctor sees that you have a sign for cancer, but they ignore it because they're like, well, you didn't come here for that. You didn't want to talk about that. Could be expensive. That's their job. And I believe that, like, for example, you come to me for auto insurance, and I just say, oh, okay, that's all you came to me for. But I see you have nothing to cover. You've got 4 kids. And if you were to pass away or not come home or get sick or injured, I don't even talk to you about it. That's malpractice. So at least we have the conversation. If you have a plan, great. You don't have a plan and you choose not to do anything, well, then I'm going to document that. And I'm going to say, I'm going to keep on you because that's what a good doctor would do. For example, if they say you have heart disease or you have cancer or something like that, even though you don't want to talk to them about that. So that's because, again, that comes down to the core of our purpose or service. I believe every person that's put in front of me is put in front of me for a reason. So it's our job to protect them holistically. So that's kind of, yeah, our philosophy. So I'm just trying to see if there's any other questions you guys have. I know it's not the whole presentation. I will tell you, I have a big fun trivia contest that I would love to do with you guys. I taught about 8 classes a semester at the local high schools for about 9 years. And oh, thank you, Brenda. And I make it fun. So we'll try to do it with the chamber. I've done it with the chamber in the past. So whenever, you know, Chad gives me the green light to do that, I would love to do it. I have t-shirts and giveaways and stuff like that we do it is just to make it fun. And it really, I find it helps educate consumers. We're educators. So you know what you're buying. You're not buying a bill. You're buying legal protection for everything you've ever worked for in your life. And we're going to ensure you have the best and that it's suited to you and that it fits within your budget. So Thanks, Nadine. I only had 1 cup of coffee, but there's a reason I was a morning show anchor before. Chad is over here going, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Thanks, Rashid. Yeah. Oh, and
Wonderful.
Rashid, I wanted to talk to you about your t-shirts and stuff too. I had some glittery Gwen Brooks State Farm ones that I had made back in Illinois, and I want to get some more. So I don't know if you do glittery, but I really want some. So we'll talk. I'd love to help all of you too. Yes. Awesome.
Wonderful.
I could just keep talking.
All right,
Jay, you better take the thing. Oh,
I know. I gotta take the iPad away, or I'm gonna end up covered in glitter. I don't know. So we are going to do a ribbon cutting today because this is a big day. It is obviously this is now her insurance agency, and we're gonna celebrate it. So we will get this going. So bear with me. Let's get that set up, and we will celebrate with a ribbon cutting.
Yay. Okay. Awesome. I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous about the scissors, but we're gonna be just fine. Right? So the ladies are going to help with, I guess, holding.
Yep, you ladies are up. We're recruiting you.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't explain it better. Red, State Farm red. Yeah,
All right, Gwen, you're gonna be in the middle with the scissors.
I
We'll
am.
count you down.
here we go. Okay, and these are the coolest. By the way, you guys can have them. That's the Chamber of Commerce. We did
Oh,
not have this in the last town.
all right. So I'm gonna
She's
count.
afraid.
I'm gonna count down to 3, and we're gonna say 1, 2, 3 khakis because that got brought up in the chat. All right, gang. So 1, 2, 3 khakis.
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 There it is.
Yay! So excited to be here. Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Gwen. That was very exciting. Lots of, I feel motivated already.
Come buy insurance. It's awesome.
That's right. Most exciting insurance presentation ever. We'll just go with that. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we got about 5 more minutes. Does anybody have anything they want to share